Another issue I would like to discuss about is the security personnel being compromised and turning away their eyes or turning away their sight from let me say a crime scene or a crisis situation. So, sir, what's your take on this, sir?
All right. Yeah. Thanks for uh, the, uh, the question here. So I think it's important to know that in Nigeria we still have a lot of moral questions, to be answered. Um, as we see, we do struggle with people, going out there and performing their functions. So in every society, you would always have members of those society be given the responsibility to execute the collective function. And I believe in this case where we are holding elections, this is particularly what we are trying to achieve with INEC officials and the security personnel that are actually joining to conduct to carry out this electoral process. Now, I believe we suffer from that kind of you know neglect of duty, that breach of trust, and that's why you're seeing this kind of things happen and be reported. Uh, I believe we still have some work to do as regards that. We as a people, as a country, I think we need to orientate ourselves to act differently. The level of bias that we have to our ethnicities or to our politics, it's infiltrating every part of our societal fabric. When you are basically chosen to be an umpire, working with INEC, we expect the expectation is that you approach your duties as an independent and non-partisan participants in the electoral process. However, as you said, some people are being bought over. In some cases, people are being intimidated. Um, uh, some are basically putting themselves in that situation to be bought, sometimes to the highest bidder. And so all of these things are causes of concern, and I think we have a lot of work to do as regards this. You know, um, Generally when it comes to looking at we as humans, we are political animals, as they would say, right? So it's very difficult to ask for someone not to be biased in a way, right? uh, but at the same time, we we need to orientate people to understand the gravity of the trust that the Nigerian people are placing on them, and for them to understand that this service that they are rendering is actually very, very important to the health of our democracy. So many people do not really realize the impact of their actions, and that's what we see, where people are just willing to go on and maybe take some bribes and participate in this kind of very bad practices. So I believe uh, what we need to advise is that for INEC to vet these people, to have a system in place where perhaps we have consistent uh, INEC officials that would run these elections, that will be pre-vetted, that will be sure that have no inclinations to participate in these kind of things. Um, as I said, it's very difficult in a multi-ethnic nation where poverty is real. You see that so many of these people are faced with a moral question. There's a politician offering me 2 times my salary for just one day to do something that is seemingly, simple.
Easy.
And then they have to wrestle with that question. But I think with adequate orientation and ensuring that they do understand that this kind of action, that the consequences are actually more than what is being offered to them. Sometimes things like this lead to violence, all-out war. Sometimes it leads to just adding to the endemic corruption. People getting into office and trying to get back those funds from the system, so we all end up paying for that, and a lot of development being missed as a result. So I believe we need the orientation, and I believe this is also where the civil society comes in. Organizations like Vigil and many others out there, are working tirelessly to do this. I think it will be key for INEC to also look to getting some members of the civil society, those that are like activists, advocates for good governance, and like anti-corruption campaigners, to work with them directly. And I believe these will be very good candidates to actually put within the ranks of INEC, working as election observers, working as INEC officials, working as INEC commissioners, consulting with INEC, meeting with them and helping them with the vetting process. I believe, INEC cannot do all of this alone. So I would also advise that INEC opens their doors to all of these organizations. We have so many of them in Nigeria right now, trying to see that we have, a steady and consistent electoral process. We have good governance, and we reap the benefits of democracy in Nigeria. So that would be my take on those kind of issues. I think it has to start with the umpire, and who are those we are actually, trusting with these very important roles.